Welcome to my channel, Magistella Latinae et Graecae, where I, Maureen, am continuing to take you through Amores 1.4. We've done the first 24 lines, so we're going to go from line 25 to 48. I'm a bit late with this, so I was meant to do it like over the Easter break, but I didn't bring my other laptop home, because of course I have notes on my other laptop. My throat is icky today, probably hay fever. Also, I'm sorry if you hear me sniffing. Hay fever season is upon us now, so it's not pleasant, but it is what it is. If I do sniff, I'll try to edit it out as much as possible. Yeah, let's just get into it, because why not? Cum tibi quae faciam mea lux dicamve placebunt uersita digitis annulus usque tuis. So we have cum to start off with. When, well, no, let's go to the verbs. Let's underline the verbs. We have faciam, dicam, and placebunt. They're all in the indicative. And we also have this quae over here, so we think that probably goes with them. Perhaps that's a nominative. And then we have placebunt. So why don't we start with placebunt? They are pleasing. That's active, indicative. Oh, they will be pleasing actually. Bunt, future, third person singular. I hope you can't hear the squeaking of my pen. I got a new tip for it a while ago, so it's not as worn down, which is quite good. Placebunt, they will be pleasing. What will be pleasing? There is mea lux, which could look nominative, because they're feminine. However, they do go together. However, I'm going to say that they're vocative, and they are both vocative singular, because my light sounds like something that you would use to address someone else. This is Ovid speaking, of course. Well, not really speaking, but you know what I mean. And he's sort of addressing Corinna, his mistress, saying that she is his light. So he's like invoking her, my light. So we still got to find something that is going to be pleasing. That's where the quae comes in. That could be the nominative plural for placebunt. They will be pleasing to you. The things, these things, which things will be pleasing, and then tibi, dative, singular, to you. So when these things will be pleasing to you, then we also have faciam and dicam, which are both verbs. They're active, indicative, future, first person, singular, both of them. So I will do and I will say. So to fit that in, it would be when the things which I will do and I will say will be pleasing to you, my light. So he's speaking in the future here, because it's something that's going to happen. Because it hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen at this banquet. Remember, we're at this Corinna and Ovid, and Corinna's boyfriend, husband, betrothed, it's probably a husband, is going to be there at the same banquet as Ovid and Corinna. And Ovid's just like, oh, I don't want you to be with your husband. I want you to be with me instead. I can't openly show my affection for you if you're with your husband. Yeah, so we're going to be at this banquet. So he's talking about it in the future, but in English we don't really do that. So better English, it would more be like, when the things which I do or say are pleasing to you. That's what we'd say in English. Worsetur, that's another verb, isn't it? Now this is passive subjunctive, present, third person singular. From worse so, may it be turned. May something be turned. We need nominative, which is annulus, a ring, nominative singular. May the ring be turned, usque, continuously. Digitus tuus, those two go together. They're both ablative plurals, with your fingers. So he's saying, when I do something or say something that you like, sort of like fiddle, turn your ring around and around on your finger. And this is going to be, we've had some of the signals. He said he was going to, I can't remember where they are, but he was going to like show her signals with his eyes, and there was something to do with writing with wine on the table or something. So he's just like, if I do something pleasing, turn your ring around, and then I will know that you're pleased with me. Then we have tange manu mensam tangunt quo more pracantes, optabis merito cum mala multa viro. Tange is the imperative. It's the present imperative, second person singular. Touch. We need something that needs to be touched. An accusative, an object. Mensam is the accusative singular. The table. Oh, I have a note about this table. Okay, touch the table, manu, ablative, singular, with your hand. And tangunt, the next verb, also from tango. That's active, indicative, present, third person, plural. So they touch, they are touching. Who are touching? Precantes, that's from the verb precor. It's the present active participle, and it's the nominative plural. Those praying. Precantes. Have I written it down wrong? Yep, I've written it down wrong. It's not prayer, it's to pray. So those praying touch, and then we have quo more, which are both ablative singular, in the manner which. So in the manner which those praying touch, and then we take the same, we take the same accusative mensam, the table. However, this mensam can also mean altar, so we've got a bit of play on words. So he's saying, for a Corinna, touch the table at the banquet they will be at with your hand, in the same way which those praying touch the altar. So we've got a bit of play on the same word because it can mean two separate things. Then we have optabis, which is the next verb. Active, indicative, future, second person singular. You will wish. Merito is indeclinable. Rightly. And then cum, so when you will wish, rightly. Multa mala, that's the accusative plural in neuter. Many bad things, many evils, because mala is of course an adjective, so you've got to put something after it. So many bad things, many evils. Widow, that's the dative singular for your husband. So touch the table with your hand in the manner which those praying touch the altar, when or whenever you will wish, you will rightly wish many evils for your husband, on your husband. So another signal, whenever you don't like your husband, whenever you're thinking, oh, I just wish you'd go away so I could be with Ovid, touch the table like you're praying. Almost as if she's wanting to pray for him to be gone or something. Quod tibi miscuerit sapias, bibat ipse ubeto, tu puerum leviter posce quod ipsa voles. Miscuerit is a verb. Active, indicative, future perfect, third person singular. From misgeo. So you will have mixed. No, it will have mixed. Sorry, mine's not thinking. And because we've got the quad here, maybe this wasn't the best thing to verb to start with. Which it will have mixed for you. He will have mixed for you. Doesn't really make sense as a whole sentence. So let's go to the next verb, the sapias. This one's also not going to make it make sense because it's got 2 commas in between. So let's actually skip that one first and go to ubeto. That one is an imperative. It's a future imperative, second person singular, which is important because, as my commentary says, the future imperative is a language of Roman law and religion, and it shows that he's sort of setting his own laws for Corinna, for his mistress. So that one's quite important. So it's sort of like you yourself, because of the ipse, yourself order, that's the ubeto, the imperative, order sort of that he drinks, bibat. So that's the active, indicative, present, third person singular. Yourself order that he drinks, so we're talking about her husband here. He drinks, then we have quod, which is the accusative, singular. That's also neuter. That which he will have mixed scuerit, and then tibi, dative, singular, for you. So yourself order that he drinks whatever he will have mixed for you, sapias. That's active, subjunctive, present, second person, singular. And it's actually, let me get another colour so it stands out, oh god, that's giant. A yussive subjunctive. Have sense, or be wise. So it's sort of like another order, but it's not an imperative. So have sense. Yourself order that he, her husband, drinks that which he will have mixed for you, because we're still in the future. Miscuerit. He will have mixed. I'm guessing it's a drink. She's like, don't accept any drinks from him. Order him himself to drink them. Just like, geez, okay. Then we have posca, another imperative. And the next line is the present imperative, second person singular again. Ask. And posca, I think we had this at the start, but certain verbs take an accusative person and accusative of the thing desired. That's the same with posca. We have the accusative puerum, accusative singular, ask, singular, not plural. Ask the boy, and you've got to ask him something. And that something is the quad, accusative singular. Ask the boy that which, or maybe more like whatever. Let's have a look. Then we have woles, active, indicative, future, second person singular, whatever you will want. And then we also have tu ipsa and lebiter. So tu and ipsa are both nominative singulars. So like you yourself, emphasis on Corinna, ask the boy, lebiter, lightly, or as my commentary says it should mean, quietly. Okay, sure. Ask the boy, you yourself, ask the boy quietly whatever you want. You will want. Again, in the future, because this will happen in the future. Then, quae tu redideris, ego primus pocula sumam, et qua tu biberis, hac ego parte bibam. Redideris is indeed a verb. It's the active, indicative, future perfect again. Second person singular, talking about Corinna. You will have returned, with the tu being the nominative, of course. So we have a quae. So maybe something like that which you have returned. So that would be the accusative plural neuter. Could be. But we'll see in a minute. Whatever you will have returned, or in English we'd probably say whatever you return. Ego, I, easy nominative. And then sumam is not highest. Don't know what I was thinking when I wrote this. Sumam is a verb, to take up, from sumo, because you can also have, I think that's with two M's though, sumus, to being highest. Well, whatever, you can look it up yourself if you want to. This is active, indicative, future, first person singular. I will take up. I first, primus, nominative singular, will take up the pocula, accusative plural, cups from poculum. Yeah, so accusative plural neuter for the quae sounds about right because we're talking about the cups. So it's inferring from the next little part, this part here, whatever cups you will have returned, or you return, I first will take them up. So he's basically saying, if you return your cup, I'm gonna grab it and drink from it. Sort of like an indirect kiss, you know. Ovid will take anything to be with Corinna, even if it's just taking her cup. So this is meant to be quite hilarious. Sounds a bit pitiful, but I suppose it's a bit funny as well. And let's go to the second part with bibam. That's active, indicative, future, first person singular. I will drink. Ego is of course the nominative singular. Hac parte, they go to. Ooh, that's not good. Try again. There we go. Hac parte, ablative singular. I will drink on this part. I was right. Indirect kiss. Qua, again, ablative singular. On which, tu, nominative singular. You, biberis. Another future perfect, active, indicative, future. I don't have enough space. Future perfect. Second person singular. I hope you can read that. Which you will have drunk. So he's going to drink from the same part that she has. Ovid is so predictable. Si tibe furte David quod praegustaveret ipse, rece libatos ilius orecibus. If, si, forte, by chance, David, he will give active, indicative, future, third, maybe I should make this a bit smaller, third person singular, oh that's so much better. He will give, again happening in the future, tibi, to you, dative singular, quad, accusative singular, it's neuter, that which, he himself, ipse, nominative singular, masculine, praegustaveret. Never heard this word before, but maybe it's not used that much. To taste in advance. Wonder if they were like taste testers back in Rome, and this word was used with them. I don't know. Active, indicative, future perfect, again. It's quite nice to see the future perfect out, isn't it? Third person singular. He will have tasted in advance. So if by chance he will give to you that which, or maybe like a cup which, he himself will have tasted in advance, or maybe it's food. Yeah, from the next line it looks like it's actually food. Reke. That's the active. Active, present imperative, second person singular. Refuse, in order. Kibos, accusative plural, the food, the foods. We can just say food. Libatos is from libo, to touch. So this is the perfect passive participle. It's also accusative plural and goes with kibos, the food having been touched by ora, the mouth, ablative singular, ilius, of that man, genitive singular. To refuse the food having been touched by the mouth of that man, food touched by the mouth of that man. So he's saying, if he gives you a piece of food that he has nibbled on, don't nibble on it either. You can't have an indirect kiss with him, you can only have an indirect kiss with me. Nec pramat impositis sinitor tua colla lacertis, mita nec in rigido pectore pone caput. Nec, neither, you go to sinito, which is the imperative, from sino. This is another future one. Active, future, imperative. Oh, there we go. So neither allow him or that. It's a command, isn't it? So typically we would have an ut. We don't have an ut here, as we had found out in a previous, I don't know if it was this poem or a previous one, because you can have a subjunctive after it without having an ut. So that's why we don't have an ut. So we have the premat from premo, which is subjunctive. It's active, subjunctive, present, third person singular. To press. So do not allow that he might press. Do not allow him to press. To a collar. That's the accusative singular. Your, hang on, it's plural actually. But it's just like plural for singular. You only say it as singular. I suppose it could be like collarbones, but whatever. Do not allow him to press your neck. Lacertis, ablative singular, from lacertus, with his arm, impositus. Also hang on, this is ablative plural. Both ablative plural, with his arm having been put upon you, most probably. So neither allow him to press your neck with his arm having been put on you. Neck, nor, pone, This is just a present imperative. Nor put your caput, your head, accusative singular. Meter, this is an adverb. Softly. In rigido pectore, these are ablative singular, on his hard chest. So now we're just sort of doing shows of affection. Don't show any affection to him. Don't let him put his, press his arm on your neck. That sort of sounds a bit violent. But maybe it's sort of like saying more like putting his arm around her. The way he's worded it sort of seems violent though. Don't like rest your head against his chest. We've got a couple more. Nexinus admittat digitos habilesque papillae oscula praecipue nulla dedisse velis. Nor admittat, from admitto, that is active subjunctive, present third person singular. It may receive, what may receive, and it's actually sinus is the nominative. And it is singular because the singular goes with admittat, and admittat is only agreeing might be the wrong word, but it's singular because sinus is closest to it, but it does have another subject, which is habilis papillae. These are both nominative plural. It's just agreeing with, well, it's being singular because sinus is closest to it and sinus is singular. So easily handled nipples. Lovely. May receive digitos, that's the accusative plural, your fingers. So nor, or do not let your fold, so maybe your lap or chest or arms, take what you want, or your easily handled nipples, like come on bro, really? Admittat, receive his fingers. And velis is another verb from wallow. Active, subjunctive, present, second person singular. May you want dedisse, because we usually have, a infinitive after wallow. That's the active, perfect infinitive. To give. May you want to give or to have given. Nulla oscula. These are accusative plurals. No kisses. Praecipue. Especially. So especially may you wish to have given no kisses. He's just like, before he was just like, I want an indirect kiss with you. Don't have an indirect kiss with your husband. And now he's just like, especially don't have a direct kiss with your husband. And now we have him saying that he wants the kisses, I believe. Oscula si dederis fiam manifestus amator et dicam mea sunt, iniciamque manum. Si, if, dederis, future perfect, active, indicative, future perfect, second person singular, you will have given, oscula is the accusative plural, kisses. So it's just Latin wants it to be in the future. English doesn't like it. If you give him kisses, if you will have given him kisses, take what you wish. Fiam, from fio, active, indicative, future, first person singular. I will be, or I will become, manifestus amator, which are nominative singulars, because I believe Theo is like some with nominative. Sorry, I'm just checking it, trying to check it. With a nominative either side, because it's like to be, to become, to come into being. Give me a sec. Yeah, it's not giving me anything. Well, I'm going to take it as that. So I will be an obvious lover. So he will make it known that he is her lover if she starts kissing him. And decam, I will say, active, indicative, future, first person singular. Mea sunt. They are mine. Probably talking about their kisses. Active, indicative, present, third person singular. This is, oh, whoops. Nominative plural. They are mine. Or they are my kisses. And in ikiam, active, indicative, future, first person singular. I will put manum, accusative singular, my hand on you, probably. Should I repeat that? If you will have given kisses, I will be an obvious lover, and I will say they are my kisses and put my hand on you. Haik tamen aspiciam sed quae bene palia celant, illa mihi caeci causa timoris erunt. Tamen, however, aspiciam, active, subjunctive, present, first person singular. May I see? However, I might see hike. Really, again, accusative plural. And this is new to again. So, like, however, I might see these things. Maybe her showing affection with her husband, I think. It's probably what, like, these open shows of affection that he's just been talking about. But said, quae. So celant is the verb, active, indicative, present, third person, plural. I hope I'm close enough to the mic and you can hear me. They are hiding. What is hiding? Palia is hiding. Nominative plural, cloak, blankets, cloaks, her cloak. Both of their cloaks, maybe. Hers and her husband's, who knows? I don't know. Could be. And their cloaks, but the cloaks hide bene, well. But, and then quae, which is the accusative, plural, neuter, like these things. So, but whatever the cloaks hide well, and then it's going to make sense for the in the next line. Erunt, active, indicative, future, third person plural. They will be. Illa is the nominative plural, like with quae. Those things will be. It's neuter, by the way. Causa, nominative singular, a cause of psyche timoris, genitive singular, secret fear, mihi, to me. However, I might be able to see these things, which she can do in open affection with her husband, but whatever their cloaks hide well, those things will be a cause of secret fear for me. So he's worried about what Corinna and her husband could be doing, like with their cloaks hiding them, that he can't see. Nec femori comite femur nec crure cohaere, nec tenerem duro cum pede junge pedem. Neither, nec, comite, active, present, imperative, second person singular, join. We need an accusative, which is femur, it is neuter. Neither join your thigh, femori, dative, singular, to his thigh, nec, nor, cohaere, that's another active, present, imperative, second person singular, be connected, nor be connected, crure, from crus, ablative singular, with his leg. Nor, junge, another imperative, active, present, second person singular, join your tenerum pedem, accusative singular, soft foot, with cum his duropede, hard foot. So neither join your thigh with his to his thigh, nor be connected with his leg, nor join your soft foot with his hard foot. So it's just like, don't have any physical contact. Don't touch thighs, don't touch legs or entwine your legs. Don't touch foots either. Feet, not foots. Don't have any contact with him, physical contact. Multa mise timeo quia feci multa proterve, exemplique metu torqueor ipse me. Timeo, active, indicative, present, first person singular. I fear, I, miser, nominative singular, wretched, fear, multa, accusative plural, many things. Quia, because, feci, that's the active, indicative, perfect, first person singular, I did, multa, again, many things, and then proterve is an adverb, brazenly. So he fears a lot of things, all of these things that he's just said, because he has done these things before brazenly. The que and torqueo, this is passive from torqueo, indicative, present, first person singular. I myself, ipse, am tormented. Metu, ablative singular, with fear. Exemplique mei, that's genitive singular, of my example. So he's scared because, like he said, he's done it before, and he thinks that she will follow after his example, what he has done, because he knows people do these things when they're in love. So he's a bit scared. Saipe mihi dominaeque meae properata voluptas, veste sub inecia dulce peregit opus. Often, voluptas is, let's just go with that, is the nominative singular. Pleasure, properata, pleasure, hurried, perfect passive participle of propero, so hurried pleasure, to me, mihi, and to my mistress. And then we have the verb peregit, which is active, indicative, present, third person singular, finishes, dulce opus, They are accusative singular. Sweet work. Sub takes ablative. So weste in yekia are both ablative singular under cloth put on. Or maybe like a blanket put on. So often, hurried pleasure to me and my mistress, so the hurried pleasure that they have had, finishes sweet work. Not gonna lie, I don't really know what he's talking about that. Maybe they've done something and they have pleasure after it. Under cloth put on. Injecta is sort of like to throw on. So that's probably like under, you know, the blankets or something that are covering them. It would be nice. I was just going to have a look on the poetry and translation. But it would be nice if they had line numbers on it. They say, often my girl and I, with quick pleasure, completed the sweet work, the cloth covering us. They always turn stuff around to make it fit into better English though, so that's not how you would literally translate it. Completed the sweet work. Okay, we can do that. Sure. And that's the end. Well, no, it's not the end of the poem. That's the end of this part that I have here. Next month, we will finally finish the poem. This one's quite long, isn't it? So why don't I just go through the whole poem reading it, because that is probably helpful. When the things which I will do or I will say, my light, will be pleasing to you, may your ring be turned continuously with your fingers. Touch the table with your hand in the manner which those praying touch the altar. Whenever you will wish rightly many evils on your husband. Have sense, order he himself to drink whatever he will have mixed for you. You yourself ask the boy whatever you want, or maybe it's like for whatever you want. Whatever cups you will have returned, I first will take up the cups, and whatever you will have, on whichever part you will have drank, I will drink from this part, or on this part. If by chance he gives to you that which he himself will have tasted in advance, refuse the food touched by the mouth of that man. Neither allow him to press your neck with his arm put upon you, nor softly put your head on his hard chest, nor may the fold, so that could be arms, lap, bosom, receive, or your fold, whatever you want to take it as, or your easily handled nipples receive his fingers. May you want to have given him, especially may you want to have given him no kisses. If you will have given him kisses, I will be an obvious lover, and I will say they are mine, and I will put my hand on you. However, I might see these things, but whatever the cloaks hide well, that will be a cause of secret fear for me. Neither join your thigh to his thigh, nor be connected with his leg, nor join your soft foot with his hard foot. I, wretched, fear many things, because I did many things brazenly, and I am tormented myself by fear of my example. Often, hurried pleasure to me and my mistress finished the sweet work under the cloth covering us. There you go. It's not a great ending to this part, but it is what it is. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you understood it all. As always, if you have any questions or if you think I did something wrong, I'm very sorry if I did, but I'm pretty sure it's all right. Leave a comment. If you enjoyed it, you can tell me what you enjoyed. If you want something else, tell me what you'd like. Leave a like, subscribe. Yeah, and thanks for watching. As always, the sources I use, the commentaries, English translation, original Latin, those sort of things I will put in the description so you can have a look at them as well. Thanks for watching.